I am back with yet another DCEU update. And this is going to be my favorite update of the week. So we've had 3 in a row. I had, this is like my 4th this week, but there were 2 yesterday. And lo and behold, as soon as I got done with the last update, some more incredible information was released. And this is my favorite out of all of the stories. Not only is Henry Cavill back for Black Adam, but there is actually a solo Superman film being developed starring Henry Cavill. So he is back. And I'm going to show you the article where this comes from, and they do quote some very reputable sources for people who are actually in the know and in the industry. And I will preface this by letting you know that I totally trust this information 100% because of who these individuals are. They do know what is happening behind the scenes, and I've told everybody for a long time, things happen behind the scenes that the public never hears about. And they knew this merger was happening a long time ago, and David Zaslav did say that he was going to bring the Trinity front and center and that his main focus was going to be Superman, because Superman has been kind of thrown into a corner and was buried, and he did not understand how you could take the world's greatest superhero and kind of bury him in the back. So he said that was going to change, and he's making good on that promise. So here is the story as, given from The Direct, and it says Henry Cavill Superman sequel reportedly now in development. So what's great about this is mainly due to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is a very, very, very powerful businessman in Hollywood, and I don't know if a lot of people realize that. He's known for a lot of his comedy stuff and his goofy movies and kind of over-the-top stuff. But he is also a huge businessman, and he was able to broker a deal to do the impossible and actually get Henry Cavill back in costume. And what's great about this is now an industry insider is doubling down on this notion that he's coming back, claiming that Cavill is back in a big way as the fan-favorite Kryptonian from Kansas. Man of Steel 2, Henry Cavill reportedly returns. Former Birth Movies Death editor-in-chief and industry insider David, I don't know if it's Faraci, probably revealed on his Marvel Vision podcast that some behind-the-scenes evidence suggests Warner Brothers is making another Superman movie with Henry Cavill due to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's negotiations. This is where it gets interesting. When asked to give more detail, he explained that Johnson went hard, full-court press on Warner Brothers and made them go to Henry Cavill, stating that the Black Adam actor is facilitating a new deal with Henry Cavill, including a new Superman movie. He said, "I got some information about this. It's not specific. It's all behind-the-scenes stuff that I thought was kind of fascinating, which is that the reason why Henry Cavill has returned as Superman and Black Adam is because The Rock demanded it. He went full court press on Warner Brothers and made them go to Henry Cavill, and they had to sign a new deal with Henry Cavill, including saying they were going to develop a new Superman movie. And it was all because The Rock insisted." The co-host, his brother Devin, joked that Warner Brothers may regret agreeing to The Rock's demand for a new Superman movie if it doesn't do well at the box office, which would never happen. That's $1 billion film easily. They have now locked themselves into another Henry Cavill Superman by agreeing to Johnson terms. However, he reiterated once more that he's learned that Warner Brothers is working on a Henry Cavill Superman movie. Not only is Henry Cavill going to be in Black Adam, my understanding is they are working on a Henry Cavill Superman. This comes after many rumors that Henry Cavill Superman would not only appear in Black Adam, but also the yet-to-be-released Flash movie. Adding fuel to the fandom flame, viewer Anon tweeted that Henry Cavill fans are going to be happy moving forward with DC movies. It's not just a Black Adam scene. So he says here, "I don't want to step on anyone's toes," and I actually saw this on Twitter. "I don't want to step on anyone's toes," he said. These aren't my scoops to make, but I think Henry Cavill fans are going to be happy moving forward with DC movies. It seems like the bridge between Warner Brothers and Cavill has been crossed, and it's not just a Black Adam scene. So it's pretty awesome stuff. They go on to talk about some other things here, but you guys can read this. It's from the direct.com. Maybe, if I remember, I'll leave a link in the video for this. But you can see that this was just posted yesterday. There are lots of people now talking about him returning. So it's impossible to deny now that Henry Cavill is back. I mean, it is being confirmed that he is in Black Adam. He is coming back to play Superman. Ben Affleck is back. Gal Gadot's back. They are planned to be in a lot of these movies coming up. David Zaslav is making good on his promise, and I am uber thrilled about this. And I don't see how anybody could be upset by this. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about a controversy yesterday, and there are some people that I follow on Twitter that are really getting angry at Snyder fans. Some people made comments under my video yesterday, too, saying that it's a huge mistake for them to play the Man of Steel, or the original John Williams theme for Superman when Superman does come back in Black Adam. And I told everybody during that video, you don't have to worry about that. That's just his grand entrance saying, yes, he's back. I mean, there's no other amazing score that pumps you up like that. That theme is iconic. I used to listen to it all the time as a kid. I love that music. It really gets you pumped up. So it's a great piece to use if we're going to have Henry Cavill coming back. Now, I don't hope they use it all the time. And in fact, a lot of people said that's not Snyder's vision. It's yada, yada, yada. And they're getting bashed. I'm telling you, this is why Snyder fans can sometimes be called toxic. Some people believe that if that music is played, they're saying the Justice League version, by Whedon is canon. It's not. And the music does not indicate that it is. Just because they played it for a few seconds in that movie doesn't mean that makes it canon. And the music is just music. And in fact, Zack Snyder himself, originally in Man of Steel, wanted to use John Williams' theme, but Warner Brothers told him no. So Warner Brothers was always behind the scenes screwing everything up from day one. This is good news no matter how you look at this. This is good news for Snyder fans. It's good news for the DC fan base in general, because the one thing I think everybody can agree on is that everybody liked Henry Cavill as Superman. The only problem people really had with Henry Cavill as Superman is the fact that Zack Snyder painted him as this kind of beat down, torn character, and he had a plan for that. He was meant to look that way, being unsure of himself in Man of Steel, having to kill Zod. And then in Batman vs. Superman, he thought a lot of the stuff that was happening was his fault, but it was really the fault of Lex Luthor, which he realized later. And when he finally gets resurrected, I mean, if you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, I love those scenes with him. He looks at when he does anything at the end of that movie, he's at ease with himself. He's the character we've been waiting for. And I'm glad. And again, it doesn't matter what suit he's wearing either, because those suits, there were multiple suits on that Kryptonian ship. He chose that suit for a reason. He doesn't really need the black suit. So again, it doesn't automatically make Joss Whedon's version of Justice League canon. And people just need to kind of just chill out, be glad that he's back, be glad that Snyder's original, vision of these characters is coming into play. Which path they decide to go is still going to remain to be seen, but I think David Zaslav is not a stupid businessman, and he's seen, and I think we're going to head in the right direction here. There's nothing but hope at this stage. I think we're in a much better spot today than we were a year ago. I mean, there's a complete 360 turnaround at this stage, and to know that we're going to have these characters going forward and you can sit back and enjoy the movies that have come before and know that it is truly canon is pretty freaking awesome. Because I was afraid they were going to recast him or go in a different direction. And, that didn't happen. He's back. Be happy. Enjoy. I appreciate the support. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will be notified as I have new updates go up. We will see you on the next update.